wind and solar power could green the Sahara. Transforming the Sahara. Scientists say installing massive wind and solar farms across the Sahara Desert could affect the weather. According to the paper published in the journal Science, the wind turbines could help to double the amount of rain in the region. The researchers say the wind turbines would work to mix warmer air from above and cooler air from below to create a feedback loop which would increase precipitation and vegetation growth. The large solar panel farms would absorb a larger percent of the sunlight in the area, leading to cooler temperatures. The researchers also believe the energy generated from the wind and solar farms could meet global energy demands. According to the author of the study, the plan could help agriculture, economic development, and social well-being in the Sahara and other nearby regions. Keep watching for more green stories.
South Korea and Egypt are building an agricultural city in the desert. Two unlikely partners are in a scientific collaboration that could see a desert turn green within the next half year. South Korea and Egypt are teaming up to build an agricultural city in the North African nation's Qattara Depression sinkhole. The 6-month, $10 billion project will see 50,000 greenhouses constructed by Egyptian workers and managed by Korean experts. Several solar and desalination plants are expected to be built at the site. The project will also see an attempt to produce food and the sugar alternative stevia. If the plan is successful, it could be seen as a model for future anti-desertification projects.
Rain or shine, future solar panels may be able to generate power. Scientists in China are producing solar panels that can produce energy from the last source you'd expect when we're talking about solar energy: rainwater. In a typical solar panel, photons from a light source knock electrons free from atoms within the panel, and the action generates a flow of electricity. Although solar power technology has been getting increasingly efficient, there's still the tiny problem that solar cells can't produce any power when it's raining. Researchers are introducing a new type of solar panel by adding a layer of graphene or carbon atoms arranged in a honeycomb structure to dye-sensitized solar cells. A flexible layer of indium tin oxide and plastic is included underneath. Graphene has unusual properties that allow electrons to move freely throughout the entire layer. Rainwater contains positively charged ions like ammonium, calcium, and sodium. When water binds to the panel's surface, a double layer of positive ions and negatively charged electrons is created, which ends up producing a voltage and current. Tests of the new solar panels have been able to produce hundreds of microvolts, which is small even compared to a standard AA battery. So there's a long way to go before the new solar panels become more widely used, but more efficient future versions could mean big things for the solar industry.
China is building a city covered in plants. The world's first forest city, designed by Italian architect Stefano Borelli, is currently under construction in southern China and is expected to be completed by the year 2020. The forest city is located in a mountainous region north of the city of Liuzhou in southern China. The city will host 30,000 people and will include offices, houses, hotels, hospitals, and schools. The buildings will draw on geothermal energy to provide cooling and heating systems for interior air conditioning. Solar panels will be installed over the rooftops to harvest solar energy. A total of 40,000 trees and almost 1 million plants representing over 100 species will be planted on building facades, in parks, and on city streets. The trees and plants will absorb an estimated 10,000 tons of carbon dioxide and 57 tons of fine dust pollutants each year. Meanwhile, the greenery will produce 900 tons of oxygen annually. A fast rail line will connect the forest city to Liuzhou, a city with a population of some 3.7 million. Vertical forests have become a recent popular concept in architecture. Nanjing in eastern China is currently building 2 green towers that can absorb 25 tons of carbon dioxide a year. Taipei City in Taiwan is also building a carbon-eating tower, which reportedly will be able to absorb 130 tons of carbon dioxide emissions a year.
Green energy boat set to circumnavigate the globe. A self-sufficient boat run entirely on emission-free energy is soon set to embark on its maiden voyage around the world. The Energy Observer is a multi-hulled catamaran and former racing vessel that's being converted into a green vessel. It will be equipped with 130 square meters of solar paneling, 2 vertical-axis wind turbines, and 2 reversible electric motors. Its green technology allows the boat to run emission-free on solar and wind power during the day. The vessel will also be fitted with electrolysis equipment to produce hydrogen from seawater. The hydrogen will be stored in tanks and used to power the boat's fuel cells at night, or when there is no sun or wind. The Energy Observer will begin a 6-year-long journey in spring, stopping in 50 countries and 101 ports of call as it circumnavigates the globe. The 4.2 million euro vessel is currently sitting in a shipyard in Saint-Malo, France, awaiting the start of its years-long trip.
Solar window blinds can block and harvest sunlight. A California startup has designed window blinds with solar panels that can block out sunlight while harvesting solar energy from it. Each slat in solar window blinds is equipped with monocrystalline solar panels, which can harvest solar energy. The blinds can also track the path of the sun's position and automatically change the angle of the slats to optimize its absorption of sunlight. The company claims the blinds are able to generate up to 100 watt-hours of energy for every square meter when mounted on the outside of a window, or half that amount when mounted inside. Although the slats can automatically change their angles, the blinds can also be manually controlled via an app. The company is hoping to raise $50,000 from Kickstarter in order to mass-produce the solar window blinds.
Harvesting energy from the sea. Japanese researchers have come up with special technology that can not only capture energy from waves, but also help protect coastlines. A team from Okinawa plans to set up energy harvesting turbines near tetrapods, which are concrete structures placed along the shore to weaken the force of incoming waves and prevent erosion. The turbine has 5 flexible blades modeled after dolphin fins. It's supported by a stem that's anchored to the seafloor with mooring cables, which, like the blades, is flexible and can bend under pressure. Inside the turbine head is a magnet electric generator, which transforms wave energy into electricity. The electricity is sent back to the shore via cables to feed into the grid. Using turbines on just 1% of Japan's coastline can generate roughly 10 gigawatts of energy, equivalent to about 10 nuclear power plants. Apart from tetrapods, the turbines can also harness electricity near coral reefs. They're built to be safe for marine life, with blade speed carefully calibrated so that any animals caught in them can escape unharmed. The team is currently preparing to install 2 half-scale model turbines that will power LEDs as part of a commercial demonstration.